Here you see a drawing of our body spread. The nominal length is about 21 inches, and it can be between 14 and 16 inches wide depending upon how wide you want to make the stripes. The center blank needs to be between 4 and 5 inches wide to ensure that the pickup pockets are set properly and in one piece of wood. Additionally, you'll notice that we recommend alder or maple as part of this center block area. The wings can be any material. We typically will cut the length of the lumber first, and then we rip it to width. And so as you can see, I'm setting up the table saw here to cut the width. We want to cut all the center blocks exactly to the same width, all the wings to the same width. It makes production of the actual body spread much faster and much simpler. And so we'll go through the demonstration here of getting it ready to cut for the table saw.
So here at the Guitar Lab, our wood comes in at about 2 inches thick, and so it comes in rough sawn in many cases. The issue is that our nominal thickness of our guitar blanks is 1.75, so we're going to need to use the thickness planer to bring this down. Now we don't want to go all the way to 1.75 initially. We actually want to leave some material prior to glue up, so that way when we're finished with the glue up, we can run it through the planer to get it exactly to the height that we need at, which is 1.75. And so we'll start by actually taking it down to about 1.80. So as we build our body blanks just before glue up, what we'll do is we'll ensure that we put numbers on each of the pieces so we know that that particular piece of wood is going to go onto a specific body. We ensure that each piece has been joined and planed to the proper height. The thin pieces that we use for striping are actually run through our sander, and so those are also at a consistent thickness. So numbering is really important for us to keep it organized as we build our guitar body blanks. So now that we've pre-prepped all of our wood, we've actually numbered each of the pieces of wood so we know exactly that in this case, all number 5 blocks go into this particular body blank. What we're going to do is we're going to take that particular body blank, now that it's been planed and joined on each of the sides to produce a good glue joint, is they add the glue, add clamping pressure, and we'll be able to accomplish the task. What I'm doing is I'm making sure that when we bring all the body pieces together that there's more than enough room to allow that the clamp to operate. We use Type Bond number 1 glue. We can also use Type Bond number 2, so both work for this particular process. It's a basic water-based wood glue. Liberally apply the glue. Now we like using a silicone glue spreader to help move the glue around. Make sure you get all the way out to the edges with the glue spreading, and that there's a liberal amount of glue on the guitar body. We actually do want a fair amount of glue squeeze. And so we want the glue to squeeze out of the joints. We want to work it all the way out to the outer edge on both sides of the joint itself. Now we only apply glue to 2 surfaces. So in this case, I'm not going to apply any glue to the middle body piece, only the 2 outer edges for this glue up process. Once the glue has been spread, we'll go ahead and move the pieces into position. Making sure that there's enough room. And we'll also align the pieces so that way they are flush on one edge. Now we've created these clamps to help keep the wood level as we actually apply the gluing pressure, because right now the glue is going to act as a lubricant and the wood is going to move. You could replace these with a block of wood and C-clamps or other wood clamps, but we find that if we put these just on the outer edge, it provides us enough space to hold the block in place. We'll bring the blocks together. We slide these out just a little bit so we have a little bit more room for our clamps at the very end. And we'll set another one of these clamps on this edge to, again, this will hold the blocks level as we finish the gluing process. I'll now turn the larger clamps to add the pressure, or the initial pressure, to bring the wood together. We then use 3 bar clamps to hold the blocks for that final glue up process. Our goal is to ensure that we have glue squeeze. So glue squeezes out of all the joints that we're working with, which is what we're receiving. So we're seeing glue squeeze out of the joint as we tighten our clamps up. Once those clamps are tightened, we can then loosen the clamps and remove the outer 2 keepers. The body blank is glued up. You can see that we have good glue squeeze out of the body blank. Now we're good to go.
The final planing process allows us to remove the glue squeeze and get the body blank, or the body spread, down to that exact thickness of 1.75. So here we're running the 20-inch wide planer, and we're again nibbling or taking small cuts into the planer, no more than a 1/16 of an inch, to make the body blank thickness exactly 1.75. It all starts with the drawing. And so we're back to the beginning again, showing you the body spread drawing, so that way you're able to create and glue up your own body spreads for the CNC processes. Have a great day. We look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.